Chamber of Commerce, Chris Sullivan from the Institution to Save Humanity. Chris?
Thank you all for being here. Thank you for support of the Chamber of Commerce and the Boys and Girls Club of Lower Merrimack Valley. First of all, how cool is it to have Ray Bourque here? My pleasure to introduce Jim Keenan this morning. Without further ado, where is Jim?
Hello, everybody. Thanks for coming. Thanks to Frank and the Chamber and his crew for putting this together for us. We truly appreciate that. And our special guest Ray here today for coming down here and working with this foundation. Right now, you come here every day after school and kids can learn how to sew. They're not doing that anymore. They do culinary at Whittier. We have one young lady who's a cook in one of the local restaurants because of the program here. So hats off to us now. We do culinary, we do photography. We do the normal stuff too. We have athletics, your arts and crafts, but we do woodworking. We do science club. We have the largest team program anywhere. We have the only dedicated space for teams. We have a great team room, which was the old library here. We have a full-time team director that does a lot of stuff with these kids on her own time too. So hats off to Katie for all the stuff you do with the teams. We're just very lucky to, one, have this building. Thank you, Neil. Thanks to the town of Salisbury. And the space is fantastic. We have a beautiful kitchen that we teach culinary classes in and baking. So every day, every Tuesday, you can come here and our teams are cooking a meal from beginning to end. Carol Chungus is our culinary director. She's here every Tuesday with these kids and does such a great job. And to be honest with you, that meal could be the best meal that these kids have on a weekly basis. So we have a great melting pot of kids. You have kids that are doing, families that are doing great, but then you got a lot of families that are struggling. And they're able to come here on a daily basis. And we are one big family here. It's only $40 to come on a daily basis. Not a daily basis, a yearly basis. The best around. We'll put our programs up against any big city club, any other recreational program, but we are the best, and we appreciate you guys being here today to support our club. And right now, I'd like to bring up our board chairman, Gary Ronsley, and he'll tell you a little bit about the campaign that we'll be talking about today. So thank you very much.
Thanks to everybody for coming out here this morning. I want to just talk a little bit about the campaign. After I'm done speaking, we've got a short video about how this club impacts not only the business community, but the community at large. Just think for a moment if this club wasn't here. At 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, those parents that don't have access to a club like this are probably concerned about what their kids are doing, which means they're probably texting with their kids, they're probably worried. They're not focused on their work at that point in time. If you're a parent and your child comes to the Boys and Girls Club, you have no worries. You know that they're in a safe environment, there's adult supervision, and they're engaged in programs that are going to help them not only today, but going forward in life. It's nice to hear, Chris talk about his niece and how she came here and decided that social services was her calling and went on to make a career. Or Jim's example of somebody participated in our culinary arts program and went on to pursue a career in culinary arts. So we like to hear those kind of success stories. Thank you very much for coming out today. I hope that you will support our campaign in one form or fashion, whether it's through your donations or just coming out and helping get the word out about the campaign. So thank you very much.
I don't know what I would do without the Boys and Girls Club.
It really helps a lot of families out and provides them avenues to have their kids well cared for in a safe environment where they can thrive and learn and grow.
Chloe was 7 years old when she started taking lessons, and she impressed me even before she tried to play drums.
If the club wasn't here, I probably wouldn't be the person I am today.
Kids definitely can find themselves here and they can grow.
You can come here 180 days after school,
for only $40.
When I was in school, we had cooking, we had sewing, we had home ec, we had shop, we had all those things, and those are no longer provided by the public schools. Jim has really promoted a lot of new programs so that when the kids come in here, they're not just sitting here, okay, now what do I do?
Over the past 3 years, we've probably seen an increase of 20% on a daily basis. And they're coming here because of our staff, because of our volunteers, and especially because of the programs that we're offering, that you can't get any of these programs at any other after-school program.
When the club was initially concepted, we were told that we probably wouldn't be able to make it because of where we were located. In fact, this has been one of the most successful Boys and Girls Clubs in America from its size and the number of awards that we have won locally and nationally.
Studies have shown if kids show up 52 times a year or more at the club, they're more successful in school, they're more successful in life. So our kids are coming more, and we won a National Program Award because of that.
So this building certainly has some needs. We've been in this building now for 20 years, and the time has come for some significant upgrades. For example, if you look at our lobby is a wide open entryway. We feel that it needs to be secured.
The safety of our members is our number one concern.
Our gymnasium is another example of part of this facility that could use some upgrading. The gymnasium gets an enormous amount of use. We'd really like to see it enhanced with some new floors, some new basketball backboards, and a few other enhancements. Part of the other use that we use the gymnasium for is the stage which is adjacent to it. And that's part of our performing arts program. So it's really important that we improve the acoustics of the gymnasium. Our members work very, very hard to put on the performances that they do, and I think it's incumbent upon all of us to make sure that their performance is shown in the best light possible.
Over the past 5 years, we've probably averaged about $150,000 to $170,000 just in summer scholarships. We will never, ever, ever turn a child away because of financial difficulty. The funds from the campaign will allow us to grow from our staff to our programming to our transportation, and that will allow us to expand the numbers that we're able to take in here.
Now I'd like to call up Ray Bourque to speak and welcome Ray Bourque here to the presentation.
Thanks, Frank. I was worried there when you said I don't say no. I thought you were going to mention my wife. I never say no to her. What do you want to talk about? Well, with the Bruins start, you hope that they'll get back there. Very impressive on what they've been able to do so far. As good as a finish as they got to that 7th game in the Stanley Cup Finals. Losing in your building, game 5 and 7, had to be very, very hard to swallow, and had to be a really tough summer for them. But it just shows what kind of leadership they have in terms of their players, coaches and management, and to be able to come out as strong as they have.
Do you feel the game has changed much since you played?
Yeah, I mean, every decade the game changes. Everything's progressive in terms of, what the guys are doing for training and everything that comes with that. How styles might change, the rules, everything that comes with it. It just gets better and better and faster and faster. And I'm happy I'm with the alumni now, skating with them. It'd be tough to keep up, but it would have been fun to play, in the game today when I was in my prime, in terms of how they call the game now, the rules, and there's no hooking, clutching, and grabbing, and all that stuff. It would have been fun to play a little freer. Offense
you the most to get into hockey?
Well, I grew up in Montreal, and my dad used to be in charge of this rink that was right across the street where I grew up. And I could actually literally put my skates on, walk across the street, and jump on the ice. And it was just these little boards. It wasn't any hockey high boards. Way after school, you know, after homework. I grew up in Montreal, so, you know, you watch Montreal Canadiens, the history of that team, and, you know, I used to miss school maybe once a year to go to the parades because they won so many Stanley Cups, and I was a big fan, and, you know, I remember thanking the Montreal Canadiens in my speech at the Hall of Fame that they made a young guy dream about playing in the NHL, and it happened, so it was a great place to grow up and to watch the Canadians play and to dream about playing in the NHL. In a place like this, you know, you never know who you're going to meet and who's going to be able to influence you and make a difference in your life. So again, I come back, circle around again, saying how important it is to support a place like this. So, yeah, I played baseball. My dad said I could have played for the Montreal Expos. That's pretty good. I had a really proud dad. But no, I played, you know, I think it's important to play different sports. I love baseball as much as I like hockey, and I was a very good baseball player. I think if I would have grew up somewhere in the South, I could have had a shot. But yeah, hockey all winter long, baseball all summer long, because I think if you don't get away from the sport for a period of time, you show up with the same look on your face every day, and it's just like, okay, I'm going to skate, you know, or I'm going to do this. If you step away from it for a few months, you can't wait to do it again, and it just builds up that energy and passion that you need to be the best you can be. When I speak to people, or it doesn't have to be kids, it's whoever I speak to, when I look back on my career, it was all about looking for perfection. Perfection in a constructive way, not destructive. I was looking to be perfect every single day, knowing I would never reach it, but knowing that you're not going to reach it, you know, I played with guys that were looking for perfection, that wouldn't reach it, that would be down in the dumps for a week or 2 weeks. For me, it only made me better. I strived to be as perfect as it could be, knowing I would never reach it, but it made me the best I could be every single day. If you talk to people that played with me, they'll tell you that there wasn't a harder working guy. I saw a harder working guy, Terry Riley, that I've never seen. A guy work as hard, the toughest, hardest working guy I've ever played with. And that's why they call him the Tasmanian Devil. But, you know, when I came in, I saw a guy like Terry Riley. I was surrounded by great veterans, and I got off to a really good start right off the bat. You know, I won Rookie of the Year. I was on the first team All-Star, first non-goalie to do that. So right off the bat, things went well for me, but I was never satisfied, and I never gave myself credit till the day I retired, and I look back on what I accomplished, and then it's like, okay, it's time to give myself a good tap on the back, because while I was playing, I never wanted it to end. I always strive to get better, and once you get to the top of the mountain in terms of your talent and your age, now it's a matter of maintaining that level. And I took a lot of pride in being consistent and being as good as I was for that amount of years, and that's what I'm most proud of. Wasn't a, you know, a good stint, a bad stint. A good stint, you knew what you were getting with me. And it was this, every single day. In my preparation, my plan, my preparation, my perseverance, and my passion, I brought every single day to the rink. And when you have your best players approach it that way, like the Bruins have right now with Shara, Bergeron, Marchand, those three guys, and how they approach the game and how they prepare, the rest of the team, all these young guys, what a sight for them to see every single day. And it's not about the coach. They have a great coaching staff, but then they got their teammates that are leading the way, showing you how it should be done. And when your best players are your best people and how they prepare, you're in business. And that's in life as well. Not only in sports or that's in life, that's in business, that's in everything. So when I talk about how I did it or why or how, that's what I talk about. Pleasure being here. Good luck.
You are a soul song, Donna Diaz. Donna? Is there Donna? Yes, she is.
Woo, Donna!
I want to turn over the dais to my good friend Ralph and Wayne and have them come up and say a few words and a little presentation. Wayne, Ralph?
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Morning. I'm Ralph Castagna. I am the Vice President on the board, and I'm on the steering committee with Gary. I want to thank you all for coming today. I'd like to also offer some things. I'd like to thank all of our board members, all the board of directors, the steering committee, Gary Ronsley, Jim Krause, Bill Plant, George Ellison, Kim Swanson, Jim Keenan, and Jay McGovern. Thank all of you. And to the Bourque Family Foundation, thank you so much. Thank you for coming, supporting this club. And it is your gift that invited, Wayne, would you please come up? It's your gift that inspired me and Wayne Capaluco to come together and team up and offer a gift, a joint gift collectively in the amount of $100,000. And the support from the community, the Newburyport Five, and the others that has inspired us to step forward. We'd like to talk a little bit about this gift and a little bit about the club. Thank you.
Thank you all. I appreciate that very much. I want to start off by acknowledging the effort and the amount of commitment that took place on the part of the founding members of this club, whose vision 20 years ago made this a possibility, in spite of odds against it, and the continued effort on the part of so many board members that have come and stayed on, and some moved on since then. But Ralph in particular has put a tremendous amount of time into this club and to help make this campaign a reality. And that means a lot to me. This is my hometown, and I recognize the fact that Ralph doesn't come from Salisbury. In fact, Ralph's roots are in Topsfield, but yet he has made this club one of his personal priorities in his life to help the kids and the youth in this community, which we were desperately interested in. Ralph is a very compelling advocate. Just tell a brief story. We've been friends for 20 years, and you get busy, you don't see each other as much as you used to. And one day he called me up and said, "Let's go have coffee sometime, get caught up." Well, of course I agreed. 2 hours later, my wallet We are thrilled to be a part of it. Ralph really didn't have to work too hard because I can't even begin to count all the ways in which this club is a virtue to our, not just Salisbury, the greater Salisbury area as well. And I know, we've all heard the corny old saying, but it's truer now than ever before. An idle mind is the devil's workshop. The threats that face our youth of today dwarf what most of us in this room grew up with just one generation ago. With all these internet predators and the opportunities for substance-related issues at such early ages, I mean, it is downright scary. So the ability of parents to have a place, to send their children that they know is safe and well supervised, as Jim pointed out, is something that just can't even begin to be quantified and how important it is. And I can't say enough for how valuable it is toward the ultimate development of that youth and their ultimate accomplishments in life. Because there's nothing worse than a child sitting on the couch, just focused on some sort of an electronic device or some sort of electronic gadget and not getting out there, interacting with other youth, interacting with other adults, learning good people skills, getting just good old-fashioned physical exercise, which seems to be less and less, of an occurrence nowadays. I drive around the neighborhood like anybody does, and it's so refreshing that once in a while you'll actually see kids out playing in the street or in the parking lot or playing street hockey, doing some of the things that we used to do every day. We'd get off the bus and run over to the playground or the pond to play pond hockey or something like that. You just don't see it anymore. At least this club is getting those kids off the couch and in an environment where they're active, they're exercising their minds and their bodies, and they're learning the personal skills and the interpersonal skills that it takes to be successful in this world. So I could go on forever. I think most of you know all the great things that this club does. And the one other thing that I want to say before closing is that if anybody at this morning's event is willing to pledge $1,000 toward this capital campaign, we are going to match that $1,000. This is over and above the $100,000 commitment that Ralph and I have already made as far as the pledge goes. So I urge all of you, if you can swing it, please pledge $1,000 to help make this capital campaign a reality. And we will match that dollar for dollar. Thank you.
I've been written and captured. Our pledges are sincere, and we're hoping you folks will match with a $1,000 minimum so we can create another $100,000. Thank you.
They did not believe me that I wear this. Thank you.
Nice work there, Claudia.